I just want to reiterate what I have said. I don't intend the responsibility analysis to be comprehensive. It doesn't apply to all rights. For example, the right not to be tortured doesn't admit of a responsibility analysis. And for some cases, it may be a matter of debate or dispute as to whether a given right, say for example, the right to consent to medical treatment, should be understood in this light, or whether a right of free speech, for example, should be understood in this light as a responsibility to make a contribution to public or political debate. All I have intended with the responsibility analysis is to offer a new form of rights analysis, to array alongside the other forms given to us by Yering and Bentham, Raz and Hart, in the spirit of saying that rights is a heterogeneous category of diverse normative considerations, and one size does not fit all. I'm very conscious, and this is the last thing that I want to say, I'm very conscious of the fact that some people might say this is a dangerous resource to put into discussion, because it's a resource that can be used to express the force of many oppressive positions. For example, pro-choice advocates, defenders of free abortion, may worry that their opponents will use the responsibility analysis to co-opt the idea of women's rights, so that woman's right to control over her own body would be seen as a responsibility that she bears in relation to her pregnancy. And people might worry that this would give new rhetoric, new analytical resources to the opposition in the debate over abortion rights. But I see no reason why our sense of the available forms of rights analysis should be held hostage to advocacy on any particular view. This is an important form for us to think about certain rights. It is an important form for us to put into play in discussions about how certain other rights should be conceived. And I think it is better to put it into play and then have the debate about whether reproductive rights are best understood in this light or best understood as simple matters of choice and will, than to try to suppress a form of rights analysis in order to gain a slight positional advantage. I do think that the responsibility analysis is a very useful idea to have in mind. It's useful, I think, to bring to bear on the green paper of rights and responsibilities that I began with, because unlike a crude obligation analysis, this way of thinking can be genuinely empowering. It associates responsibilities with rights rather than seeing responsibilities as opposed to rights, and it presents rights not just as willful limitations of social purposes, but authoritative empowerment in regard to social purposes. It also involves, as I have tried to show, an important connection between rights and dignity. For these reasons, then, I think the responsibility form of rights is a useful and important resource to add to our analytical repertoire. Thank you very much.